Something huge is happening in big tech right now. Companies are pouring billions into artificial intelligence, and it's completely rewriting the rules of work. But this AI-fueled future, it's got a darker side, a hidden human cost that we're only just starting to wrap our heads around. Just look at this number. In the first few months of this year, more than 73,000 tech jobs just vanished. And this isn't some small course correction. We're talking about a massive, industry-wide purge. And the really scary part? It feels like the cuts are far from over. And when you dig into why, there's one thread that connects almost all of them. As this quote puts it pretty bluntly, you can blame artificial intelligence. The industry's super aggressive all-in pivot to AI is what's driving this bloodbath. So what's really going on here? Well, this isn't just about saving a few bucks. A lot of these companies are swimming in cash. No, this is a fundamental strategic shift. You could call it the Great AI Reorganization. The old way of doing things, scaling a company by just hiring more and more people, that playbook is getting tossed right out the window. The new model is all about building leaner teams where AI tools let fewer people do way more work. Companies aren't scaling with headcount anymore. They're scaling with technology. And we're hearing this straight from the top. After Snap cut nearly 16% of its workforce, its CEO, Evan Spiegel, was really blunt about why. He basically said that AI is just better and faster at handling all those repetitive tasks, which makes the people who used to do them, well, redundant. The CEO of Crypto.com, Chris Malik, was maybe even more direct. After laying off 12% of his staff, he straight up said the jobs they cut couldn't adapt to this new AI-driven world. The message is crystal clear. Adapt, or you're going to get left behind. Now, Atlassian's co-founder tries to put a different spin on it. He frames the cuts not as replacing people, but as funding a future where humans and AI work side by side. It's a nice thought, for sure, but the reality on the ground is the same. Thousands of jobs are being sacrificed at the altar of AI.
But let's talk about the people who are left, right? The ones who survived the layoffs. Because this story isn't just about corporate strategy. It's about the profound and often totally overlooked psychological toll it takes on the survivors.
If you've ever been through a round of layoffs and kept your job, you know this feeling. It's this toxic mix of relief and guilt, that gnawing anxiety you get watching your friends and coworkers pack up their desks, all while you're sitting there wondering if you're next. For these survivors, the day-to-day reality can be a nightmare. You've got this constant fear of being next on the chopping block. Then there's the crushing pressure to do more work with fewer people. It's a climate of constant stress and uncertainty, and it's taking a really serious toll on their mental health. In this mental health crisis, well, it's not hitting everyone equally. The data shows that one group, in particular, is bearing the brunt of all this anxiety: young, early career professionals. The numbers here are just a gut punch. After these layoffs, employee health platforms saw a 400% spike in telehealth consultations for mental health, a 4x increase. This is not just a trend. It's a desperate cry for help from a workforce that is absolutely in crisis. And who's making all these calls? Just look at this. Over 3/4 of them, a staggering 77%, are from young people, ages 21 to 30. This is way bigger than just a tech problem. It's becoming a generational crisis of confidence and anxiety. So what's driving all this fear? It's the terrifying thought that the skills they spent years and a ton of money learning in college might already be obsolete. They walked into the workforce thinking they had a promise of stability and growth, and now they're facing this brutal job market, wondering if they even have what it takes to survive in this new AI-powered world. And this fear is leading to some pretty shocking behavior. A recent study found that nearly half of Gen Z employees have actively sabotaged their company's AI initiatives. I mean, think about that. This isn't about malice. It's a desperate act of self-preservation from a generation that feels completely powerless against a technology that might make them obsolete. Okay, so where do we go from here? The corporate strategy, the layoffs, this deep-seated anxiety, it all points to a much, much bigger question. This really isn't just about technology anymore. It's about what kind of society we actually want to build. And this right here is the heart of the whole thing. The true test of this AI revolution won't be the cool code it writes or the tasks it automates. It's going to be how we as a society support the millions of people whose entire lives and careers are being turned upside down. And so that leaves us with the most important question of all. We know the technology is only going to get more powerful. We know that. But as we race headfirst into this new era,
Can we finally get the human part right?